Sometimes in word problems, you'll have commas that, commas are in English all the time, but sometimes they mean a parenthesis. So here's an example of these really annoying translation problems that I'm not going to do too many of them, but here's an example. These are just... I think they're icky only because no one talks like this. So when are you actually going to use this? But... let's just do it anyway. So when you see a number like this, that means it's a variable. Don't be afraid to create your own variables when the time comes for this. This is what you don't know what the number is. That's why it's because it's a secret number. It's a variable times a number squared. Now, are we squaring 4x like this? Does the square want to see the entirety of this? No, I don't see a comma here, or at least that's how I wrote this problem. If there was a comma here, then yes, put the parentheses right there, because that comma signifies that this wants to be seen by the squared. But it's just 4 times a number squared, subtracted from 42. So actually we get to put the 42 out here because this is being taken away from 42. This doesn't have an answer. Expressions don't have answers if you have a variable like this. It's an incomplete math sentence. So don't worry about solving it just yet. Just worry about translating it properly. One more example real quick. The difference between a number and 5 divided by 3. So that means I want a number. Use your own letters. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just keep using X because it's just my default. But use whatever letters you want. I mean, there's plenty of homework problems that you do that uses all of the letters, like Q or Z. I'm going to use Z. The difference between a number and 5. So there's my subtraction, the difference. And then comma divided by 3. That comma is telling me that there's parentheses around this. So that divided by 3 wants to do the entire difference, like that. What this is not saying, I'll put it in red for it not being something. This is not the difference between a number and 5 divided by 3. See how I didn't, that was even just a verbal statement of, I didn't really pause there. The difference between a number and 5 divided by 3. That sounds like this. It doesn't sound like difference between a number and 5 divided by 3. Because the pause that the comma implies, I want to do this divided by 3 this way. Yeah, like I said, we're not really simplifying these things, but when you do the order of operations, you're going to look at this and be like, z to minus 5 is, we start with parentheses, we do z minus 5. That's not really there's nothing we can do. We've simplified everything we can, so we actually just can get rid of these parentheses. Kind of got aggressive there. There we go. That looks a little cleaner, doesn't it?